Black is beautiful. People have been taught that black is a negative thing, through society. You got like blackballed, blacklist. The list goes on and on and on. But the truth is, black represents mystery. And when mystery is involved, in my opinion, mystery is involved, a lot of people aren't into learning about mystery. They're a lot of people are comfortable in their own setting, or what's going on with their life, and they don't want to travel or go outside their comfort zone. And that's a shame, because without understanding blackness or darkness, it's kind of you're like limiting yourself to what you can understand about your history, about your humanity. Now, we as human beings are limited to the light that we get from the sun comes to us through a spectrum, which is basically like a prism in which comes through to us, and it's broken down to, like, I believe it's like 7 colors in the prism. And so we are limited to seeing these 7 colors in this prison that we live in, the prison being the human body, which the spirit is limited to, cannot go beyond. And outside of those 7 colors, outside of that prism, outside of our spectrum, is black, is darkness. And out in the darkness are actually colors that are unaware to us, colors that we cannot perceive, levels of spirituality that we cannot receive, because, like I said, we have never experienced them. So when you're exposed to darkness, when you're in darkness, that is the time that you learn. Wherever you're going from one level to another level, most of the time you just don't jump there. You have to experience a period of adjustment. And in that period, you learn, you heal. Before you're born, you see black. After you die, you see darkness. And then you come into the light, if that's where you're headed. But just kidding. But darkness is a part of us as much as the light is. But the key is to make for both of them to be able to exist with each other without having the darkness rule your life. Because you're not gonna avoid trials and tribulations and problems. We're in this on this planet Earth. That's what's gonna happen, and it's all about a matter of how you deal with these trials and tribulations, that you're unable to keep the darkness, the negative aspects of the darkness, under control or under wraps, where they don't rule you and rule your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings. Because if you let them, they will affect you greatly. There's some people that aren't aware that this is how things happen. A lot of people think that things happen and it's just you have no control over it. It just happens, and why does this happen to me, and blah blah blah. And the thing is, you kind of have to think through it. Kind of have to think through what's going on, and step back and just kind of like let things happen. Of course, try to take control as much as you can, but let things happen and step back and be aware that that is a problem. Whatever the problem is, that is a problem, and don't let it dig in you, and don't let it manifest in you, because that can like really throw you off course of living a prosperous or healthy life or happy life. You know, happy is a relative term for everybody, but it can really throw you off. And being a black person, well, not necessarily black. I'm not black, but I am for political incorrect or correctness terms. You know, blackness has no heritage. Blackness has no. Blackness is a color. It's not a race. White is not a race. If you actually look at someone, they're not actually white. It may be an off-white or whatever. But we are actually all of the same material, the same spirit, excuse me. We're just having a human experience. I know for some people, they, you know, when I start talking about this, they're like, oh, oh, here he goes talking about the spirituality. But the truth is, we are all spiritual beings having the human experience. And when you can relate to that, for me anyway, it gives you somewhat of a grounding, you know, because there's powers that be that run this. Should I say run this planet, or run this country, run countries, and they want to keep you separate from your brother man, just to keep you at odds, because there's people that their purpose is to keep you disconnected, to keep us disconnected for whatever reasons. But when we start realizing that, I'm sorry, I'm like losing my focus here, because I'm thinking about what I'm saying. But when we start to focus and realize that there really is no difference between us, then things will start to heal in this country, in this world. But that's going to take a lot of awakening and awareness. But anyway, I don't want to get all serious and everything. So today is a beautiful day. The sun is out shining. I'm going to go outside and enjoy this beautiful sunshine and be thankful that that I'm here another day, and keep working on myself, and just keep keeping on. All right, I'm out of here. Peace to y'all. No fear in me, no fear in you. Be true.